I did that. My buddy's like, at the end, should be like, yeah, I don't want this. Loser, and just run.
Loser. Yeah. After like he explains it to you for an hour, you're like, oh, that's interesting. Loser.
I gotta get going. Actually, so you
yeah.
should, yeah, if you caught me about a decade ago, probably.
Yeah.
So
That'd be a great way to just destroy somebody's soul. Would just be like have them explain to you like really excitedly for like an hour, like an exorbitant amount of time, because you know they could. Like you know these guys can talk forever, and then just be like, "Oh, that'd be great if I was a loser." And then,
well, if I didn't have any friends, sure.
If I didn't have any friends, that'd be great. But I do. Now I have to go have sex. Now I have to go have sex with my girlfriend. I screwed that up. Sorry.
So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really interesting.
Remember that time we went into there used to be a when we lived in Potsdam, me and Dave, and there was that video game what's the word for it? Not the store, the place where you can go and play computer
LAN gaming zone.
LAN gaming zone. What was it? What do we call that? Like what kind of a store?
Kind of what?
What kind of what is that? It's not like a restaurant. It's not a store. Like what are you?
I guess you could say that you play.
It's a LAN gaming area that you pay money and you play video games there. It's like an arcade, I guess, but for computer games. And there was that guy there, and he was like he stood and talked to us for like 15 or 20 minutes about how much he loved UT, like how into UT was, and his computer like set up to play perfectly UT, but it wasn't even. Yeah, like it wasn't even like the latest one. It was like Unreal Tournament like 2000, and this was like 2004 when the new one had come out. Yeah, he was like he only liked the original game. That's all he would play. And then like apparently, and you figure, like to me, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle playing the same game like straight like that for like 8 years in a row. I don't know. Like I have a hard enough time playing the same game for a month.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this guy was like really. That was his passion, was UT.
Yeah. Well, you get people on all sides like that. People that love that shit. So, but no, it's.
Just add to the conversation, Dave. Just add. I guess. Scraping the barrel.
No, I don't know. It's just that whole scene is kind of weird to me.
What, the whole video game scene?
Gamers bug me sometimes.
It's not like the majority of what we talk about on the show is about video games.
No. It's did I talk about how I saw the King of Kong?
Maybe.
Well, it's kind of like those gamers. That super just they have no friends. You know what I mean? Like that's all they do is play video games, and like they're super nerdy. I don't know. It's a bad stereotype, but like still like. I hate that. It's like the metal scene. I can't stand the metal scene either, and I love heavy metal.
What don't you like about the metal scene?
Most of the time, they're a bunch of dumb, idiot white guys. You know what I mean? Just these that they don't have a brain cell in their head. The stereotypical ones. That just they run around. I don't know. It's just it bugs me. They got tattoos up the gig. Well, actually, that's more of like hardcore. The hardcore scene bugs me the most, and I'm dead serious about that. I think
the hardcore scene
full of just.
I enjoy your descriptions of just like your description is black description, just like like there and like they get the tattoos up the thing and like not a brain cell and they're doing stuff and it's just like I hate it,
But you see, they frustrate me to that point.
I know. It's like when you're trying to describe how you love country music. It's like, it's like about having a good time and you're doing stuff.
Loving your country. You're not blasting every other song. So, that's it. I mean, how else can you put it?
So having a good time, Heavy metal's about having a good time. You can love your country and heavy metal.
Thing you have
Look
to
at Ice Earth.
Like I listen to punk and all that, and usually it's a lot of crappy dissent. Well, it's not like good dissent; it's crappy.
But you don't need to be dissentful to like heavy metal. I think I think it really depends on the subgenre of heavy metal you're listening to too.
Mm-hmm.
I think depending, like like the more hardcore stuff is probably gonna have more of those kind of people, and which will be different from kind of like thrash metal or different from like death metal,
but like
stuff like that.
Hardcore scene with all their straight edge bullshit that bothers me too.
Yeah, straight edge. Dave loves whores and coke.
I drink way too much beer and I sniff too much, snort too much coke. I can never do that. I can never do that.
Straight edge.
What?
No, I'm saying Mike.
Oh,
Is Mike straight edge?
Mizzle? No.
Yeah.
Mike drinks like a fish. Are you kidding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am kidding.
Too bad Mike's not on.
I know, it's too bad Mike's not on. What was I going to say? When did that whole straight edge thing start up? Why was the hardcore scene that it started in?
I don't know.
Is it still around? Is it still like a thing?
It used to be huge. I want to say 3 years ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, especially in Syracuse.
Yeah. Syracuse, we used to have Hellfest. 3 days full of just shitty music and straight edge. That's all it was. Like, they had PETA tents at Hellfest. PETA tents. Hello? Like, we should be sacrificing animals at Hellfest, like...
I think your problem is that you don't enjoy how phony a lot of some of the metal
well, no,
is,
I don't even. I don't even
metal.
call hardcore metal at all. In fact, when people used to ask me what are the differences, I'd want to rip their fucking faces off. I hate that. What are some differences? Well, one, heavy metal, they actually play their instruments. Two, a lot of them actually can sing, like heavy metal, meaning like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. They can sing.
Yeah.
Other people have really good growls and that kind of thing.
What about death metal?
I enjoy that. I cannot stand hardcore music where all they do is just scream at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, it's just like no.
It's higher. It's like I remember the first time I ever listened to it, and this is even like for me getting influence off of someone else. Someone goes, "Hey man, listen." I think it was like Glassjar or something. They're like, "Hey, listen to this. They're really heavy or something." I listen like, "This is shit." Like I remember just sitting here going, "Oh my, this is heavy to you?" Like I was thinking that to myself, and they're like, "Oh, it's hardcore music." I'm like, "This is crap. Everything about this is crap." I'm like, I can't stand this. This is bullshit. I just remember getting really mad, just thinking like, this is not heavy at all. I don't understand what you're going at. And the choruses go. All of them are the same. They go, and it's usually pow, wow, wow, wow. Like that's every chorus for hardcore. It sucks. Oh my god, I hate it. So actually, it's funny because I also blasted indie music in the indie scene once on like I think live.
Oh god, I don't like
What's
indie
that?
music.
Yeah.
I don't like indie music because most of it isn't even really indie. In fact, all of it's not indie.
It's like you said, it's the phoniness within it that bothers me the most. Like, and it's funny because I blasted. I used to have like a live channel. I used to get some pretty good hits on it, and then I blasted it once, and all my friends fucking ditched me. Like they could not believe that I was saying this. I blasted every other music genre. I blasted everything else in the world of entertainment.
Country music is just about having a good time.
Yeah, it's about having a good time and having a beer,
and doing stuff and Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Music. It was like I was hurting them all. I'm like, guys, you didn't care if I was making fun of everything else under the sun, but once I touched indie music, you guys had a problem. So.
Yeah, I don't feel on this idea that indie music is actually independent and that like you're fighting against the man by listening to independent music. Which isn't true because most independent music isn't independent. It's like the Kinks aren't indie, or not the Kinks, the Killers. Like they're not an indie band at all in any form. They are part of a mass record label. They are heavily endorsed by MTV. They are, and that's the reason you know them because you saw them on MTV and they were played on the radio. Like like guys like believe it or not, like. Guys like Iron Maiden and like who have their own record company that they run just for their own band. That's all they do is they release their own music, or like,